Hello everyone, welcome to the daily question analysis brought to you by Shankar IAS Academy. Before getting into the first question, please make sure that you watch the current affair analysis in the morning, and also you have subscribed to our YouTube channel. If you haven't, please do subscribe and also hit the bell icon to receive on-time updates from the academy. So starting with the first question, the question is with reference to the astronomical phenomena. Consider the following statement. Statement 1, a blue moon refers to second full moon occurring in a single calendar month. And statement 2, a blood moon occurs during a total lunar eclipse when the moon appears reddish due to scattering of the sunlight through the Earth atmosphere. Statement 3, a supermoon occurs when the full moon coincides with the moon's apogee, making it appear larger and brighter. Which of the above statements is or are correct? So we'll go through the statements one by one. A blue moon refers to second full moon occurring in a single calendar month. Yes, because the term blue moon is not talking about the color of the moon. Instead, it is talking about the extra full moon. For example, in a calendar, in a calendar month, there will be one full moon, and if there is a second full moon, then that second full moon is considered as blue moon. And in every season, there will be usually in every season there will be three full moon, and in certain cases, that means in certain years, in every season there will be extra one full moon. And that case, the third full moon is considered as blue moon. So not that. So the blue moon is not talking about the color of the moon; it is talking about a phenomena. So here the statement 1 is correct because the blue moon refers to the second full moon occurring in a single calendar month. Yes, the statement is very correct. And coming to the statement 2, a blood moon occurs during the total lunar eclipse. Yes, and the moon appears reddish. Yes, due to scattering of sunlight through the Earth atmosphere. Yes, because we can see that during the time of the total lunar eclipse, the straight line, that means the sun, the Earth, and the moon will be forming a straight line, and the sunlight will be passing through the Earth atmosphere. The lights with the shorter wavelength will be scattered, and the longer wavelength will be reaching the moon, and it will give the reddish color. Therefore, the statement 2 is also correct. And coming to the statement 3, the supermoon occurs when the full moon coincides with the moon's apogee. No, it is not apogee, it is perigee. So this time the moon will come closer, and it will appear nearly 14% larger and 30% brighter. So therefore, this statement is incorrect. So here the statement is going wrong. It is not apogee, it is perigee. So therefore, if we can eliminate the statement 3, we can easily come to the answer, that is option A, 1 and 2 only. And coming to the next question, with reference to the African sleeping sickness, that is human African trypanosomiasis, consider the following statement. Statement 1, it is caused by protozoan parasite of genus Trypanosoma and transmitted by the bite of infected tsetse flies. Statement 2, the disease occurs only in the sub-Saharan Africa, as tsetse flies are not found outside this region. Statement 3, if untreated, the disease is almost always fatal. And statement 4, India has reported several outbreaks of local transmission in the recent decades. So using the statement 2 and the statement 4, we can easily eliminate any one of them. So the disease occurs only in the sub-Saharan Africa because the tsetse flies are not found outside this region. So if this statement is correct, then this statement will automatically go wrong. So therefore, so when we discussed this article morning, I mentioned that in the case of India, the possibility is very rare because the tsetse flies are not found in the inside the India. It is found only in the Africa. Therefore, if we can easily eliminate this statement 4, therefore the correct answer is option A, 1, 2, and 3. Let's check. Yes. So it is caused by a protozoan parasite, belongs to the genus Trypanosoma, and it is transmitted by the tsetse flies. And these flies are absent outside the sub-Saharan region. That is why the cases are exclusive. That means the African sleeping sickness cases are exclusively found in African continent. And if it is left untreated, then the infection will affect the neurological system of the person, and eventually the person will end up in coma or death. And in the case of India, the possibility is very rare, and because the tsetse flies are not found inside India. And with reference to attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, next question, with reference to attention deficit hyperactive disorder, consider the following statements. Statement 1, ADHD is classified as a neurodevelopmental condition, not a neurodegenerative condition. Yes, we discussed this already in the morning. It is not a neurodegenerative condition like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's and all. It is a neurodevelopmental condition, and it typically manifests before the age of 12 and can persist into adulthood. Yes, it is a symptoms, that means hyperactiveness, inattention, all the symptoms will be manifested before the age of 12 itself, and it will be persisting into adulthood. And the statement 3, the primary features include inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity. Yes, these are the major 3 symptoms of the ADHD. So therefore, the correct answer is all the 3. That means the correct option is D, that is 1, 2, 3. All these the 3 statements are correct. Yes. And coming to the next question, with reference to 2D materials, consider the following statement. Statement 1, graphene is a two-dimensional material consisting of a single layer of carbon atoms arranged in hexagonal lattice. And statement 2, 2D materials often exhibit high electrical conductivity, flexibility, and transparency, making them useful in nanoelectronics and energy storage. Statement 3, unlike bulk materials, 2D materials have a negligible surface to area volume ratio. No, they have extremely high surface to surface area to volume ratio. Therefore, the statement 3 is incorrect. If you eliminate the statement 3, and here we have a check, that is how many of the above statements are correct. So how many of the above statements are correct? So we have to find out of this two, how many of them are correct. So option A 1 only, option B 2 only, option C 3 only, and option D all the statements are correct. See, the we can so from the through eliminating the statement 3, we can eliminate the option C and option D. So next we have a 50-50 ratio. So the graphene is a two-dimensional material consisting of single layer of atoms arranged in a hexagonal lattice. Yes, this graphene is very thin, but at the same time it is 200 times stronger than the steel, and it is made up of the carbon. So therefore this statement is correct, and it is the carbon atoms are arranged in hexagonal lattice. So if you Google the the graphene, you can see the hexagonal pattern. So therefore the statement 1 is correct, and the 2D materials exhibit high electrical conductivity, flexibility, and transparency. Yes, and it has a broad scope in the nanoelectrical and energy storage. Yes, we already discussed, when we discussed the prelims focus, we discussed the properties of the 2D materials and its importance. So that time we discussed that it will have a great future in the semiconductor industry and also in the electrical industry. So therefore the statement 2 is also correct. So here two statements are correct, one statement is incorrect. So the third statement is incorrect. And coming to the mains practice question, the question is, the Great Nicobar Island mega project has been projected as a strategic and economic necessity, but critics argue it risks becoming an ecological and humanitarian disaster. Discuss the key concerns associated with the project and suggest the measures to balance developmental needs with the ecological sustainability and the tribal rights. So it's a 15 months question, and you have to write around 250 words. So this question is talking about the in this question we have to address two major parts. First is the concerns associated with the infrastructure project, and in the second part we have to talk about what are the measures that can be taken to ensure the sustainable development in this region. So what are the concerns? First is the tribal rights itself is a concern, because many Shompenes, Nicobaris, so these tribal communities will be affected because of the displacement, because of the there is a concern associated with the loss of tribal identity. And the next is the ecological impact. For example, we can see that this region itself is located in a seismically active area, that is exactly on the Burma microplate, and this region is seismically active, and this heavy constructions in this area or heavy explorations in this area will make the region even more vulnerable to natural disasters. And at the same time, you can see that the environment of this region is highly sensitive, because you can see that many turtles, they lay eggs in this region, and coral life is there, so this will be affected. And at the same time, we can also see that coming to the measures, what are the measures that we can take? First is, instead of focusing on a large scale sudden development, going for a small scale sustainable planned development, that can be an alternative measure. And the next is including the tribal communities in the development. That means, according to the Forest Rights Act of 2006, making the tribal communities as the stakeholders of this development, so they will be getting the benefits without getting any harm from this development. And at the same time, focusing on the tribal led or the community led sustainable enterprises rather than mega infrastructure projects. So this will be a measure to ensure the sustainable development. So this will ensure the economic development as well as the environmental sustainability in this region. And also we can see that proper assessment, it is another measure to ensure the balanced development. That means seasonal or a periodic environmental and social impact assessment in this region. So these are the measures that we can take to ensure the ecological sustainability and tribal rights in this region. And maybe in the introduction you can talk about the concern associated with the mega infrastructure project in the Nicobar. For example, when we discussed the article, we mentioned that nearly 8.5 to 58 lakh of trees has to be cut down for the mega infrastructure project. So that can be your introduction. And also you can also mention about the strategic and economic necessity. So if you take the location of the Andaman and Nicobar Island, it is connecting the East Asia. So if you take the it is located near to the Southeast Asia and East Asia. So therefore it can act as a way to the East Asia. But at the same time, it also has a strategic location because it is located very close to Myanmar, Indonesia, and such countries. So therefore, it has a strategic importance also. But this question is mainly asking for the concerns associated with the project and what are the measures has to be taken to ensure the sustainable development. So try to answer the question using this link and hints and post it in the comment section. We will review and we will reply for your answer. Now it's time to move to the end of this discussion. So with this, we are coming to the conclusion for today's question analysis. If you like the video, hit the like button, give your feedbacks as comments, and share this content with your friends. And before leaving this channel, don't forget to subscribe and also hit the bell icon to receive on-time update from the academy. Thank you for listening to us. Thank you for listening to me. Have a nice evening.